Hi, this is Jason. Leave your name and number, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks, and have a great day. At the tone.
Let's try the double dial. He might be annoyed.
Oh, this is Jason.
Hey Jason, this is Chris. What's up guys? It's Chris. I've been in tech sales for 10 years, started at Oracle, then went to Google Cloud, and most recently, I'm a second founding seller in the US business of a global late-stage startup. And in my role, I got to prospect, I got to hunt. I don't have any SDRs to set meetings for me, and I've been doing these live prospecting videos to encourage you to do your own prospecting, whether you're an SDR or account executive, whatever stage you're at in the journey, to shoot shots, to find that next opportunity that could change your quarter, year, and career. We're fortunate that in tech sales, we get to play the prospecting lottery, and you never know when an outbound touch is going to hit. Now, in my last video, I got hung up on 3 times, and it's a testament to the fact that it doesn't matter what you did in the past, you're only as good as your most recent shots and what you're doing today. Getting rejected is par for the course, it's part of the game in tech sales, but what's cool about that last video is I was able to push through, and if you stay to the end, I set a meeting with an executive. I failed, I failed, I failed, and then I succeeded. Now it's a Friday at 5:20 p.m. Central. Most sellers probably called it in and they've entered into the weekend, but this is the time where I get to separate myself and I get to reach out to an executive that might actually be in a better mood in a Friday afternoon, where I'm more likely to set a meeting for the next week. And here's the truth, I do not feel like prospecting today. It's been a long day, but I'm not going to go by my emotions and I'm going to show up anyways because I'm committed to my success and being the best that I can be. I always say progress, not perfection. So today's prospecting block is going to be a short one. I'm going to make a handful of dials, maybe 5 to 10 calls. And if the prospects don't pick up, I'm going to leave a voicemail and then follow up with an email. And the voicemail will point to the email. And hopefully they see that email eventually, maybe next week. And I can multi-thread and keep following up over time to eventually hook them for the meeting. I don't know if I'm going to set any meetings today, but at least I'm going to give myself a shot to do so. And by the way, if you haven't broken into tech sales yet, but you're clear this is the career path for you because you see its upside, or maybe you want to break into tech sales to use it as training ground for your future entrepreneurial endeavors, then make sure to check out my program, Tech Sales Accelerator. It's linked in the description of this video, and it's got 12 hours of self-paced content, 200 plus pages of workbooks designed to help you translate key concepts into action, weekly office hours with me, access to our TSA Tribe community, and direct coaching with me, and access to my network at top companies where I open doors for you after I see you putting in the work and investing in the program. And I also do one-on-one coaching for SDRs who want to master outbound, get promoted to account executive, and also account executives who want to improve their skills and make strategic career changes to maximize their long-term trajectory. If you guys are interested in Tech Sales Accelerator to break into tech sales or my one-on-one coaching to advance in your career, and you've got questions for me to see if I'm the fit to support you, then feel welcome to book time with me at my Calendly link linked in the description of this video. We can hop on a call and I'd love to hear about your vision and frame the opportunity and we can see if there's a fit. All right, guys, so we got to get into this prospecting. It's going to be a quick prospecting block, but better to do something than nothing. And before we dive in and I start reaching out to these tech executives, I wanted to share my cold call script that I'm planning to use. If I get a live pickup today, the cold call script's going to go something like this. Hey, Tim, this is Chris calling from Bespin. I realize I interrupted your Friday, so before I go any further, do you have 30 seconds for me to briefly tell you why I'm calling? Hopefully they say yes, and then I say, thank you, I appreciate it, Tim. When I typically talk to executives like yourself, they're modernizing their cloud strategy and they're focused on 3 core areas. First off, the board of directors is putting pressure on them to save money because cloud costs are out of control. Secondly, they're looking to modernize their infrastructure and data analytics strategy to be more nimble as a business. And thirdly, they've got a strategic business directive to implement AI to improve productivity across the business. I'm curious, do any of these areas resonate with your current priorities? Then I'll zip the lip, let them talk, and hopefully one of the priorities resonates. If they throw an objection my way, I'll have to handle it. And if one of the priorities does resonate, I'll try and use that as a hook to set up a further conversation to share stories about how similar companies have achieved results in the areas that are relevant. And I'm basically going to allude to the conversation at least being worth their time for the sake of new ideas on what we're seeing in the market. Again, I'm talking in theory right now, but we'll have to see if someone actually picks up and I can put this to use. If I get hung up on, I can accept that. I already got hung up on 3 times last week when I did prospecting. Make sure to check out that video. I'll bounce back quickly. I've got an abundance mindset. I'm about to close the biggest deal I've closed in the last 4 years this coming month. In fact, I've got many deals I'm progressing, but you know what? I'll never forget the importance of prospecting to lay the groundwork for the future. We can never get comfortable. Anyways, this has been enough rah-rah motivation from me. Let's make some calls. First off, I'm going to call Tom, the CIO of a multi-million-dollar logistics company. I really want to talk to Tom. He's a key contact. Let's see what we can do.
Your call cannot be completed as
Wrong number?
please check the number and
Oh, come on now. Shoot. I thought I had the right one for Tom. Let me try another number for Tom. Fingers crossed. It's a part of the game. Data quality. Let's see if this is it.
Please leave your message for
Hey Tom, this is Chris. I work for a top AWS and Google Cloud partner. From my understanding, you're operating on AWS, and most CIOs like yourself who I talk to, they're focused on innovating in a few key areas. And aside from trying to save money and reduce costs that are ballooning out of control, they're specifically looking to modernize their infrastructure and data analytics capabilities to be more nimble as a business. And they're also looking to implement AI across the business to improve productivity. And we actually just brought in a CTO who had implemented AI use cases across his past company to improve EBITDA by, I think, over double. He over doubled EBITDA and he improved net profit by 50%. And so it might even make sense to get you two executives connected for a conversation. Let me know if you want to have that conversation. I think it'd be worth your time. My number is, and otherwise, I will send you an email. I've already sent you a few if it's easier to respond that way. Cheers, and hopefully, we'll connect soon. I'm being the squeaky wheel. Hopefully, he's either going to hear that voicemail or see the transcript. And every time we prospect, when we're asking for meetings, we're exchanging in a value for time transaction. What value am I going to offer a prospect in exchange for their time? And when it comes to C-levels, something that's really valuable is executive alignment. And you probably heard me mention that we have a new CTO who implemented AI use cases across his business, produced amazing results that I offered to connect this CIO with. And man, they could have a great conversation. Like, that's much more valuable than connecting with me, to be honest. So sometimes I like to drop executive alignment opportunities when I know a prospect has high potential and they're worth it. So, of course, I will follow up with Tom and send him an email in a bit. But for now, I'm going to keep calling to stay focused and productive by executing the same task, which is smiling and dialing. So let's go on to the next one. I'm gonna call An associate director of data engineering. Let's see if Jason picks up. So I think he operates on Google Cloud, which maybe I can leverage that.
Hi, this is Jason. Leave your name and number, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks, and have a great day. At the tone,
Let's try the double dial. He might be annoyed.
oh, this is Jason.
Hey, Jason, this is Chris. I thought it'd be important to talk to you, but I realized I probably caught you in the middle of something. Do you have like 20 seconds for me to just briefly tell you why I'm reaching out to you specifically? I appreciate it, man. I'm a former GCP guy, but now I'm at a top Google Cloud partner. We also partner with AWS, and I was reaching out because you're a leader from a technology perspective at your company, especially with data. You've done some great things on Google and some other tools. So I was just looking to build a relationship, man. Maybe set up some time, and if anything, we just like to be like a thought partner and a resource to you and your team from a data perspective. Would you be open to like even just a brief conversation?
Not currently, I'm in Cancun right now, but,
Oh, wow, dude, that's awesome, man.
yeah, yeah, all in like a week, and looking forward to talking with you.
Okay, cool. Well, have a great time. Do you prefer I send, like, an email, or are you okay, like, putting a tentative calendar invite for, like, 15 minutes? Like, what do you prefer?
Is your LinkedIn network?
Okay, perfect. I'll send you a LinkedIn message with a personal request, and, have a great time, man, in Cancun.
All right. Yeah, have a nice
Thank you. Cheers. Bye. Okay, so I went a little bit off script, and I kinda tailored to him, but it looks like, I'll probably get a meeting. He's in Cancun. I wish I was there. I double dialed him to interrupt him in Cancun. Wow. But it looks like he'll be open to a conversation. You notice I wanted to put a tentative calendar invite on the books. He said to send a LinkedIn request. It reminds me of like a girl saying like, "Oh, add me on Instagram." Maybe she wants to see what I look like more broadly, and maybe he's trying to check me out on LinkedIn to see if I'm legit. I don't know if that metaphor is inappropriate, but I'll add him on LinkedIn with a personal request. And sometimes, guys, a win on a cold call isn't necessarily booking the meeting on the spot and having it in the calendar, but planting a seed, making a positive impression, showing you're a halfway decent person, and earning the opportunity to follow up. My biggest deal ever at OfferUp, it was a $10 million deal over 3 years at Google Cloud. It started with a cold call to Arian where he gave me an objection, but then I earned the opportunity by just bringing some value and hanging in there when he said, we're all set on AWS, I earned the opportunity to follow up. And because I had spoken to Arian, I was able to follow up with the new leader and make it warm, referencing that I connected with that past leader and that he had said a new leader would come in. And it just made it easier to get the meeting, which I did with the new leader. And, anyways, this might sound convoluted, but I eventually got that meeting. I progressed the opportunity and closed the deal. And it was one of the biggest deals in my career. Sometimes a win of a cold call is earning the right to follow up and making it warmer for when you do so. So I'll put a reminder to connect with Jason, and I'll put something like cold called in Cancun. And yeah, I'll follow up and that'll hopefully lead to something. All right. Well, As I said on Friday afternoons, people tend to be in a better mood, especially when they're in Cancun. So, speaking of a good mood, I'm feeling solid right now. So, I'm going to keep building on this momentum and make the next call. So, let's make a call to Luis. He is a director of software engineering at a company that I think is migrating to the cloud.
Thank you for calling Broad Voice. Your call may be recorded for quality and training purposes. If you are calling to place a new order or have questions about ordering new service, press 1. If you have questions about an existing order account or have billing questions, press 2. For technical support, press 3.
If you are a Beehive customer,
You know what? I can't afford to spend my time waiting and try. I could have tried to go through customer support to get to someone, but I know the right contacts at this company, so I'm going to keep it rolling. Clearly, I didn't have a direct number, and I need to improve on that data quality. All right, I'm going to call a director of engineering.
thanks for calling Chow Now, where we help local restaurants thrive.
Not the best number. It seems like a customer support number. So I need to improve my data quality, as I've said a million times, but let's keep going. Who else can we call? I'm going to try a VP of engineering, Scott.
Thank you for calling. This is Joshua. Please leave the message after the tone, or you can email me at Josh. Thanks.
I don't think that was the right number. I was reaching out to a guy named Scott, and their name was Josh, and the company was not right either. So, a lesson learned is your ability to be productive in a call block is determined by the quality of your data and quality of your list. And maybe I could have spent more time cleaning this up and making sure that I had the right data. Now, data quality is a key responsibility for RevOps teams, which is an emerging category in sales. My company, we don't have RevOps. We're pretty simple and basic. So we got to do it manually as sellers. So what I'm going to do is make a couple more calls and then call it a day. And I'm going to treat myself to a nice workout at my gym, which has a great community. There's awesome people. There's an ice bath and sauna. And having healthy habits is so important. It really is a great form of self-love, and it impacts everything we do in our lives in sales and beyond. So shout out to all y'all out there taking care of your health. Make sure to prioritize it. It's really important to sustain success. So I'll make two more calls and then we'll call it. I'm going to call the CEO of a couple hundred million in revenue company, and let's see if he picks up.
Thank you for calling Eunice. For sales or to get a rate.
It's a generic number, so ain't nobody got time for that. I'm going to try another VP of engineering at a large software company. At this point, I'm experiencing a little bit of trauma from all these wrong numbers or support numbers, so hopefully it's an actual number. But at least we got one person to pick up, and we're going to get a meeting. We're going to get a follow-up with that person. So it's already been a win. The rest, it's just gravy. And let's see if they pick up. If not, I'll leave a voicemail. I'll point to email, and I'll call it a day.
Hi, you've reached the desk store. I'm unable to take your call right now, but if you leave your name and number, I'll get back to you as soon as possible.
I'm going to do a double dial and shoot my shot. He might be annoyed, but he also might be more likely to pick up when I call twice. So we're going out with a bang with the double dial with nothing to lose.
Hi, you've reached the desk store. I'm unable to take your call right now, but if you leave your name and number, I'll get back to you as soon as possible.
Hey, Stuart, this is Chris. I've met your CTO, Joel, before. I think it was last year at a Google Cloud Innovation Summit. And I admire your business and was looking to connect with you as another key technology leader at the organization. We help companies, typically leaders like yourself, who are focused on modernizing their infrastructure and data analytics strategy to be more nimble, save money, because let's be real, cloud costs are always going up, and it's important to stay efficient with that spending, and also adopt AI for different use cases across the business to drive productivity. We notice a lot of companies are really focusing on implementing AI this year and taking advantage of all that companies have done to innovate in that space. So, would love to connect with you just to begin building a relationship. And my number, if you want to call me back, is otherwise, I'm going to send you an email in case it's easier to respond that way. And hope you have some fun plans for the weekend and looking forward to connecting. Cheers. Oh, man, what a day. I feel fully spent and I left it all out in the field. I hope this video encourages you to empty the gas tank every day on your tech sales journey, even on a Friday afternoon. Keep shooting shots, keep reaching out to prospects. One more touch point, one more call, one more email. You never know when the next touch point is going to be the one that leads to the opportunity that changes your quarter, year, and career. I appreciate you guys checking out the video and following along with me as I prospect. I hope it sparks some inspiration to do your own prospecting. And guys, I'm wishing you all the success in the world. I'm grateful you're a part of this growing tech sales community, and I respect you for investing in your personal and professional development. If you're trying to break into tech sales, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, check out my Tech Sales Accelerator program. It's really thorough. I think it's the most thorough in the industry, especially when you consider the tailored guidance and accountability that I provide in weekly office hours with me and direct one-on-one coaching that caters to your own unique journey. And of course, I open up access to my network for those who invest in the program and join the TSA tribe. I'm happy to do that and help open doors. And I will say the price is a certain point today, but it's going to rise pretty quickly because the students who are in the program tell me it's really underpriced for the value. And I know that's the case. So if you're serious about that, if you're serious about breaking into tech sales in the next 12 weeks, that's linked in the description of this video. You can also book time with me at my Calendly link to learn more about the program. And I'd love to hear about your goals and see if we could align to supporting them. And if you want coaching as an SDR trying to master outbound and get to the next level as an AE, or an AE who wants to navigate to a more strategic career opportunity, you can also book time with me at my Calendly link. We can have a discovery call and see if there's a fit to work together. Guys, to your success in tech sales and in life, happy selling and happy living, and we'll see you in the next one.